Hello friend, welcome in the 30 days of code in HackerRank. So today is the day 22 and today we solve the problem about binary search tree. So let's go to the problem. So I read the task section. So the height of the binary search tree is the number of edge between the tree's root and its farthest leaf. You are given a pointer root pointing to the root of the binary search tree. Complete the getHeight function provided in your editor so that it returns the height of the binary search tree. So that means for solving this problem you have to write a function that return the height of the binary search tree. So what is the height of the binary search tree? So the height of the binary search tree is the number of edge between the root and the farthest leaf node present in the binary search tree. So what is the leaf node? So leaf node is the node that have no children. That means that have no child node. So I simply go to this example. So in this case, this 7, 4 and 1 is the leaf node because for these three node the no children node are present. So the height of the binary search tree is the number of edge between the root and the farthest node present in the binary search tree. So I think you understand what is the height of the binary search tree. So I go to the input format. So the locked stub code in your editor, read the following input and assemble them into a binary search tree. So that means you did not worry about the input format because in the locked stub code present in your editor will do the work for you, and it also assemble them into a binary search tree. So that means I simply go to the output format. So the locked stub code in your editor will print the integer returned by your getHeight function denoting the height of the BST. So that means the output is also print by locked stub code present in your editor, and the getHeight function return the height of this BST, that means binary search tree. So I simply go to the sample input. So here at the first line the 7 is present, so that means it is the n, and then the n subsequent line containing a integer. That means after the 7 line present and each line contain a integer that denoting the value of the data of this BST. And here the sample output is 3. So that means the height of this binary search tree is 3. So here the explanation section present and the integer given by the user are assembled into a binary search tree, and then it simply determine the height of this binary search tree. So this is the longest root to leaf path. So three edges are present between this root and the leaf node. So that means it is the height of the binary search tree. So I think you understand how to determine the height of the binary search tree. So I go to my HackerRank editor and I solve this problem using C and C++ language. So at first we select the C++ and then I also show the code in C language. So I simply click on this three dot to expand this section, and again click on this three dot to expand this section, and I go through this main function. So at first it's solution my tree, that means my tree is the object and solution is the class. So here is a solution class is present. So after that it initialize the value of the root node is null, and then it initialize the t and data as an integer, and then it takes the input t and iterate a while loop t times, and each time it takes a integer and then call the insert function. When it call the insert function, it pass two value, one is root and another is data, and this call is taken by this insert function, and this solution class assembles this data into a binary search tree, and then after this while loop, it simply calls this getHeight function, and this getHeight function return the height of the binary search tree, and finally you print the height in the output screen. So I write my code after this comment present. So I already write this function, so I simply remove this code. So at first you write a if condition, and inside of if condition you simply check root equal to null or not. If the root equal to null, then you simply return -1, and after that you simply declare a variable LH, that means the height of the left subtree, and then I call the getHeight function, and inside of getHeight function I simply pass the value root, and pointing out to the left the h of the height is capital. After that I simply declare another variable which is RH, that denoting the height of the right subtree, and then again we call the getHeight function, and inside of getHeight function this time we pass the value root pointing out to the right, and then finally we return the maximum of this LH and RH. So I simply check if LH greater than RH, then you simply return LH plus 1, and don't worry, I explain all these things after submit the code. And if the condition is false, that means RH is greater than LH, then we simply return RH plus 1. So the code is done. So I simply click run code to check my code is correct or not. So here congratulations shows. So that means I submit the code to test some additional test cases. So all the tests are passed. So I explain this getHeight function using the example binary search tree present in this problem. So I simply go to my whiteboard. I simply take this binary search tree in this whiteboard, and then I make 3 columns. One is root, another is LH, that means the height of the left subtree, and the height of the right subtree. So at first make the font of this HackerRank editor bigger so you can see this code. So at first it called the getHeight node root. So it simply pass the root node. So this is the root node. It simply check root equal to null or not. So the root is not null because the value of the root is 3. So this condition is not execute, and after that getHeight root left. So that means the left node is called. It called again itself. So that means it is a recursion. So at first the 3 is called, and then again it called the left node. So that means 2 is called. So this time the root is 2. Then it simply check if this node is null or not. So the second node is not null because its value is 2. So after that it again call the root left, that means this time it called the 1, and 1 is the root, so I write 1. This time it check root equal to null or not. So it is not null because the value of this node is 1. So again it is called, and then the left of this node, that means one node, is null. So that means it simply return -1, because if you imagine that a node is present left of this node and the right of this node, and the value of this two node is null, so that means it simply return -1. After return the left, then we call the root right. So this time the root is 1, so this time the right is also null. So this time this condition is hit, so that means it also return -1. So after that we simply determine the maximum between these two. So this time 2 value is -1, that means we take 1 -1 and then return it by adding 1 with this -1. So it simply returns 0 because 1 plus minus 1 is 0. So after that I simply write 1 is minus 1 and minus 1 because the left height and right height of this one node is return minus 1 and minus 1, and after that it simply return 0. So 1 is the left node of 2, so that means we simply put 0 of the 2 node, and this 2 node, the right node is null, so that means it also return minus 1. So that's why we simply write the right height of the node 2 is also minus 1, and this time we check for the maximum between two values. So this time the 0 is greater than minus 1, so that means we return 0 plus 1, that means 1. So 1, and 2 is the left node of this 3, so we simply put 1 of the left height of 3 node. After that we simply check the right of the root. So the right of the 3 node is 5, so this time it is called the 5, and 5 is again called root left, that means the left 5 node is 4, so this node is again called the left and right side, and then this is the leaf node and no children node are present, that means here also two value are returned, which is minus 1, and then we finally return the minus 1 plus 1, that means 0, and 4 is the left node of the 5, so that means we simply return, so we write 5 and the left height of this 5 is 0, and for right height it called the 6, and then 6 again called the 7, and 7 again called the left and right, and it also returns 0 because it is also leaf node, and for 4 it is a leaf node, so that means it return minus 1 and minus 1, and after that we simply write 6 and 7. So 7 also return minus 1 and minus 1 because it also a leaf node. So after that it simply determine the maximum between the minus 1 and minus 1. This time it returned minus 1 plus 1, that means 0. So the left height of the 6 is the minus 1 and the right height is 0. So the maximum between this minus 1 and 0 is 0. So it returns 0 plus 1. So 1. So 6 is the right node of the 5, so that means we simply return 1 in the 5. So for the 5 node the two value is 0 and 1, so maximum of this 2 is 1, so that means we return 1 plus 1 2. So the 5 is the right hand node of the 3, so that means we simply put 2 in the right height, so that means the left height of the 3 is 1 and the right height of the 3 node is 2. So we simply determine the maximum between 1 and 2, that is 2. So we simply return 2 plus 1, that means 3. So finally we get 3 at the output screen. So I think you understand how we get the 3 at the output screen as a height of this binary search tree. Now I write the code for C language. So I simply copy this function and then I select the C language, and this time I simply paste the code here and I simply run the code and then submit the code. So you see that the code for this binary search tree using C and C++ language are same. So I think you understand this problem, and if you have any doubt, please comment in the comment section, and please like and share my videos, and I request you to subscribe my channel and press the bell icon, so when I upload a new video you get a notification. So this is for the day 22. See you in the day 23. Thank you. Goodbye friend.